Hello, myself Dr. Radhey Shyam, Professor and Head, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Allied Branches. Today I am going to discuss a topic that is predictive analytics. Let us first define what is data analytics. Data analytics is a process of examining data for finding the trends, for finding the patterns, for finding the hidden structure, for finding the complex structure of data, for finding the correlation of data, for making informed decision for better business outcome. So data analytics can be categorized into 5 categories. Say the first one you can say that is your descriptive analytics. The second one is your diagnostic analytics. The third one is your predictive analytics. Fourth one is prescriptive analytics. And finally, the fifth one is your cognitive analytics. So let us brief each data analytics in brief. The in prescriptive in descriptive analytics, we are putting some sort of questions. Say, for example, what happened in business? Yeah, what happened over there? Suppose some business is going in loss. So this kind of question we are putting in descriptive analytics. In diagnostic analytics, we are trying to focus on finding out the root cause behind the what happened. Or you can say, I'm putting a question like, why it has happened? What is the reason behind this happening? So this kind of question, this kind of root cause, we are trying to find out in uh, diagnostic analytics. In predictive analytics, we are putting a question like, what likely to be happen in future, or we can say, what is happening in future, what likely to be happen on the basis of the patterns, on the basis of information that we received in previous stages. So this is a predictive analytics. In prescriptive analytics, we are optimizing the production process by applying some techniques, by applying some strategy, so that we can optimize a production process in better way. Or in this prescriptive analytics, we are trying to experience how in better way we can uh, make a prediction about the future. In cognitive analytics, we are utilizing the modern tools and techniques, such as, for example, such as we can say artificial intelligence, such as we can say machine learning techniques, we can say deep learning techniques, we can say neural network techniques. And we are utilizing these techniques for making a human-like intelligence in machines, so that machine can process the data, And on the basis of the information that explored, the machine can predict for the future outcome, for the better outcomes. So this is all about the types of predictive analytics. Now let us visualize these data analytics by some graphical visualization, and let us see there is an axis, x-axis, that is labeled complexity, and in y-axis that is labeled value. And if we are arranging these data analytics in such a way, one after another in increasing order. So near the origin, we are putting the descriptive analytics. After the, just in increasing order, we are putting the diagnostic analytics. Similarly, in increasing order, we are putting predictive analytics. And similarly, in increasing order, we are putting prescriptive analytics. And finally, in increasing order, we are putting cognitive analytics. And if we see in detail, so we can conclude that descriptive analytics, which is near the origin, has less complexity. It is a less complex analytics techniques. That's why it has less value. If we see on the diagnostic analytics, that is just above on the descriptive analytics in increasing order, we can say diagnostic analytics is much more complex than the descriptive analytics. That's why it has more value than the descriptive analytics. Now, the predictive analytics, that is much more complex as compared to diagnostic analytics. Thus, it has more value than the diagnostic analytics. In same way, prescriptive analytics is more complex as compared to predictive analytics. Thus, it has more value than the predictive analytics. And in last, that is final stage, that is a cognitive analytics, which is much more complex than all the previous data analytics. So it has more value than the all previous data analytics, say for example, prescriptive analytics and all. So this is all about data analytics, how we can visualize data analytics in the form of graphical. Now come to the another small topic, that is the state of art of application of data analytics. And if we see the first uh, application area, that is your healthcare. In healthcare, predictive analytics process the health data and try to find out the diseases that is going to evolve in near future or in future, and kind of treatment that disease required. and kind of medicine that is needed and kind of hospital facilities that will be required in future, the predictive analytics can be predicted on the basis of the data that in hand. Now come to the another application area, that is the uh, finance. In finance, predictive analytics process the financial data and on the basis of trends and patterns achieved by the system, the predictive analytics predict for the future trends, for the future opportunities, for the future risk, and what are the strengths and weaknesses in that direction, how that strength can be utilized for optimizing the profit, and how the risk can be analyzed for overcoming the impact of these risks, or how we can mitigate the effect of these risks. Now the third application area, let us take a transportation. Predictive analytics process the transportation data and on the basis of information explored by the predictive analytics, it predicts about the shortest route, it optimizes the supply chain management, supply chain process, it predicts about the customer satisfaction, it tries to reduce the delivery time, and overall how the logistic can be speed up. Now let us take another application area, say for example education. Uh, in education, predictive analytics take the education related data and process the education data and the basis of information achieved by the system, it predict about the future education, how the future education can be make better, what kind of infrastructure needed, what kind of updation required in syllabus, what kind of techniques needed to develop to cope with the industry uh, requirement, how to make a pace between academia and industry. So this kind of prediction can be made on the educational data, and we can say new education policy is a result of predictive analytics. So this is all about the introduction of data analytics, introduction of predictive analytics, types of predictive analytics, how the types of predictive analytics can be described, and how these data analytics can be visualized in the form of graphical way, and how the state of art application area can be brief out. So this is all about the uh, introductory part of the predictive analytics. So thank you so much.